Hello, beautiful brides. It is Chelsea Morin with Double Blessing Events. Thank you so much for joining me today. So I want to talk about how do you make your guests feel special and really enjoy your wedding? Because the thing of it is that yes, it's your special day. Yes, it's the day you've dreamed of for so long, but it's also a party that you're throwing for your family and your friends and those people that you love and who have been a part of your relationship and can't wait to see you go to this next chapter in your life. So you want to make it something that they actually enjoy, something that they remember, something that they are glad to experience with you, something that makes them think when they leave, wow, that was awesome. I am so glad I got to be a part of that. And there are a lot of ways that you can make your guests feel that way. So the first way is just treat it like any party. If you host a party, if you host a get-together, you always greet your guests and you say hi to them. You don't just let them come in and then not talk to them at all. So make sure to do that with your guests. And I know if you're having a large wedding, it's hard to get to every single person. But make an effort. Just schedule in time in your reception to just mingle and go around to every table. And that will make your guests feel really special and really cared for, okay? So another alternative is if you do have a lot of guests and you don't have enough time to go around to every table, then just say thank you to them maybe after your first dance or before your first dance or before the speeches happen. Just take a moment to say, hey, we're so excited. We're so thankful for all of you. We wouldn't be at this place without you guys. Just something that makes them feel acknowledged and special, okay? So the second thing, this is huge. Please, please, please do not leave your guests hungry, okay? Let's say the ceremony is over. They go into the reception area to find their seats, and there's no food. That is not good. And I'm sure we've all been there when we've gone to a wedding and we were left hungry. It is not fun, not fun. And so just make sure if you're taking pictures after the ceremony, if you're taking really long pictures after the ceremony, make sure to have a cocktail hour or some kind of appetizer that your guests can munch on. Or if you want, just let them get to the meal right away. So then they can eat while you're taking your pictures. And then when you and your groom are announced into the reception, then you do your dances and then you eat when the toast happens. So just make sure that your guests don't go hungry. And you don't necessarily have to have a full meal. You don't have to have a full dinner. You can just do appetizers if you want or heavy hors d'oeuvres. But make sure that you have enough, okay? Don't skimp on these meal portions because this is super, super important. You never treat others how you would want to be treated. You wouldn't want to go to a wedding and not have enough food, right? So the third thing is give them things to do. And it's the worst part about a wedding is if you go to it and you have nothing to do or you're bored. So you can do dancing, but then not all of your guests are going to be into dancing. So make sure you have a separate room or an outside area like a patio or some yard games that they can do outside to help those people that aren't really into dancing. Because we've all been there when we really wanted to talk to someone and you have to shout over them because there's such loud music. So be considerate. Not everyone is going to want to dance. It's okay. So just give them an area that they can go to where they can talk to their buddies and be fine. Okay, another idea or another thing that you need is don't make things too long. Don't make your ceremony incredibly long. 30 minutes is a good amount of time. 30 minutes is great. 20 to 30 minutes is golden. Don't have long speeches, especially if there's inside jokes. That is the worst because here's someone, Uncle Bill or whatever, he's talking and talking and talking and talking, And then he's talking about things that you don't relate to or you don't understand. So just make sure and talk to the people that are giving the toast or the speeches. Say, hey, 2 to 3 minutes. This is what you can talk about. Here are some things that we would rather you not talk about. Okay, so just be considerate. So no long ceremonies, no long toasts, no long speeches. People want to dance and eat and talk, okay? And that is really what gets them going. Next is make sure that your guests are comfortable. If you're having an outdoor wedding, if it's 100 degrees outside, make your ceremony short. Give your guests shade if you can, or give them the little, blowy, misty fans that they have, or give them umbrellas to provide shade for them. Think about bugs. If there's a lot of bugs, your guests are not going to be happy. So if it's an area where there is a lot of bugs, don't have the wedding outside. Maybe bring them inside or give them bug spray or something, but even then it's not ideal because then everyone's sticky, and that's not fun. The other thing is temperatures. Temperatures outside, so if it's hot, we talked about umbrellas, shade, fans. If it's cold, give them blankets or space heaters or hot chocolate or something that can warm them up, fire even, like a fire pit. And do not make your ceremony long because we can only last so long in extreme weather, and especially think about your guests and those older guests because they aren't as adaptive to the colder temperatures or the warmer temperatures. So just be aware of that, okay? Consider the loud music. Make sure your music is not too loud. Make sure that you have other spaces for people that aren't into the music where they can go that's quieter, okay? Think about wind. This is why I just don't like having outdoor ceremonies because you never know. You never know what can happen, so it's always best to have a plan B. It's always best to think through these things and what would be best for your guests, okay? And then the very last thing is give them a friend. Make sure that they have someone else who's coming, not just on the guest list, but who is actually coming that they will be able to hang out with. We've all been there when we've walked into a room and we knew no one. And it was just super awkward. We didn't have a good time. It's just not a fun place to be. And you don't want your guests to feel that way. So make sure you take care of them by inviting someone that they're friends with or that they know, that they're close to, that they enjoy talking with, that they have common interests with, okay? Or allow them to have a +1. And you don't necessarily have to let every guest have a +1. You can just have some people have a +1. Some guests have a +1, okay? So these are just some things you can do to make your guests feel special, to make them excited and actually enjoy your wedding almost as much as you. And I say almost because you're getting married and it's amazing. So make sure, just treat your guests well, treat them how you would want to be treated, and make them feel loved, make them feel cared for. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the subscribe button down below and hit the bell so you are notified for future videos. Comment below if you need anything, if you want more ideas, tips, if you have a question about this, and make sure to hit the like button so that it helps the Facebook algorithm, and then I am allowed to reach more brides and more people who can really benefit from this material. All right, love you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.